Groundhog Day was just a few days ago. It feels like in NBA ranks, it's anytime the Knicks are connected with Masai Ujiri. And lo and behold, we have the latest iteration of that rumor today. It is Instant Analysis brought to you by Tylenol Rapid Release Gel Caps. Rapid release for rapid relief. To help navigate through the latest rumor, let's bring in our NBA insider, Michael Grange. Michael, we know what happened. The Knicks parting ways with their president, Steve Mills, that from Adrian Wojnarowski. And just moments later, he said Jim Dolan, Knicks owner, is targeting Toronto president Masai Ujiri to oversee New York's operations. Not the first time the team has been linked to Masai. What was your thought with the latest tweet came out from Woj?
I mean, my thought was this is just more of the same, but I think it adds a couple of different elements. One, because there is actually a job opening now. And two, that would kind of create a timeline. And three, I think there's some significance to the fact Adrian Wojnarowski has kind of thrown his name into this, or his reporting into this. He's kind of been on the sidelines of a lot of these kind of discussions or reporting for a while. So we all know how respected and connected Woj is. So you definitely have to pay close attention. And, you know, I think until something definitive happens as it relates to the next job and as it relates to Masai Ujiri's standing here in Toronto, I think there's no reason why this won't continue to be a story that is just poised to bubble up at any moment.
Yeah, it feels even within the couple hours after Woj tweeted that the Knicks doing their PR, obviously looking at different, players or people for that job. There are obviously complications that come with Masai taking over right now, throwing the fact that, well, the trade deadline's in just a couple days. He is under contract for another season after this. Would you, what would be the hypothetical reason for Masai to go to New York if there was one?
I mean, I've written about this a number of times, but there's a lot of good reasons, and it could start at 100 million reasons, right? If James Dolan was willing to give, 65 million to Phil Jackson nearly 10 years ago now, 7 or 8 years ago, what might he? And that was Phil Jackson, but he'd never run a basketball team before in his life. What might he be prepared to offer Masai Ujiri? He's kind of established himself as 1A, if not one, then 1A among the best executives in all of basketball, who's coming off an NBA title and, is kind of proven, has a 10-year track record of success as a manager, general manager, or president. I would think a lot more than 65 million. So there's a chunk of reasons. I also think that Masai Ujiri is not someone who's in the slightest scared or fearful of, whatever challenges from the outside seem apparent in working for James Dolan or running the New York Knicks that seem to have tripped up so many other people. I'm very confident saying that Masai Ujiri wouldn't blink at that. And then three, I mean, it only goes to reason that if you're a person with an international outlook regarding your charitable work and you're very ambitious around that, and we're talking Giants of Africa, and New York is, it's no disrespect to Toronto to say that New York City is kind of the epicenter of so many more opportunities to kind of build a brand internationally, a charitable based organization. So I think those would be, a lot of good reasons.
There are a lot of people, it seems, online learning that the Raptors and Masai just have a year left on their contract beyond this. And why hasn't there been an extension, or why hasn't there been an acceptance of any offer that's come that way, if there was an offer made by MLSE?
I can tell you, as I reported before, there was, as of last December, December 19, there was not an offer from MLSE. So there's no offer of an extension. And also, as I've written and reported before, Masai Ujiri is very kind of adamant at that point that he would not, that's through sources, that he would not sign an extension if it were to be offered. And so that kind of creates a momentum of its own. I think from the organization's point of view, the last time, if you go back to 2017, and this stuff was kind of on the front burner, MLSE came and redid Masai Ujiri's contract at that point and extended it, did a new deal and extended for 5 years. I believe it's in 2016 after the conference finals. And, there was language in that contract, that would pay a pretty hefty bonus for winning an NBA title. So I think if you're running a company like MLSE that's owned by two publicly traded companies, and every time a news report comes out of New York City that you feel you need to, tear up a new deal, you can't really run a business that way. So I think that might be explain their line of thinking that, your guy is under contract. He's been recognized for, winning the ultimate prize. And so, when things calm down, maybe we'll talk about an extension then. And, so I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think from their point of view, that it kind of looks maybe, and I'm speculating, it feels silly to kind of have to, run to a valued employee every time, a rumor comes out of another market.
Yeah. All right, that is Michael Grange. I imagine Masai and the Raptors more focused on the trade deadline Thursday than the rumors going on right now. Michael Grange will be part of our trade deadline coverage along with myself and Danielle Michaud, youtube.com/Sportsnet Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Looking forward to chatting with you then, Michael. Thanks for this.
Great. Thank you.